Turn your radio up. Weekend work is now on.
This is how it should be done.
On Shade 45.
Share procedure.
It's the weekend work with Coach PR and friends. I have a special guest join me today, former NFL player, Emmy winning for one of the best, nominated, one of the best podcasts out there right now, sports podcast, Shannon Crowder. What's happening, my brother?
Man, I'm good.
Gotta say it the right way. Gotta say it the right way.
I appreciate you, Coach. Yeah, man. Been watching you from afar. Been watching me from afar, so I'm glad to be able to jump on with you.
Thank you, man. Thank you for pulling up, man. You know, it's been a crazy week, man. You know, I usually celebrate the culture every weekend, and you know, DMX. You see my DMX hoodie on. Just passed away this week.
Yeah.
Was it last year? 2 years ago, right? Last year. We had Mr. C. He just passed away this week. I don't know if you're familiar with Mr. C. He's a famous DJ in New York City, tri-state area. He's responsible for, you know, introducing Biggie, you know, to introducing Big Daddy Kane. He's DJ for Big Daddy Kane. So, you know, we lost him this week as well. And OJ Simpson.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, OJ. Well, Mr. C and, you know, and DMX and all them, bro. You know, OJ had his stuff, you know, I don't know. He's a little wild, but yeah.
But you know what? He did, whatever happened. But for, you know, with his career that he had, because of him, it's because of OJ that I got a nickname OJ. I watched football, you know, I grew up watching him, like, you know, as a little kid, legit watching OJ running through the airport. So, you know, I know he had his issues and everything, whatever happened, you know, but at the end of the day, you know, he meant a lot for the football culture.
He did. He changed football. And funny thing, I did some stuff with OJ, some signings with him. Signing
really? Get out of here.
And all that. Yeah. And we were in the Newark airport one time, and our flight was delayed going back to Florida. And so we went into the restaurant, and the only table, it was me and Ronnie Brown. The only table that was still there was OJ's table, and he invited us over to sit with him. So when they brought the place settings, and they set down the knife, the spoon, and the fork, me and Ronnie kind of looked at each other.
No.
And bro, Coach, swear to goodness, one of OJ's aces gonna grab the knife and slide across the table, talking about, nah, you don't need that.
No.
It was but it's that locker room environment where when you with your boys, you can joke about anything.
Right. I'm sure he heard a lot of, you know, jokes and everything about that, you know, whatever, you know, but lives were lost, right? So, you know, condolences to those lives. We don't know if he did or not. I don't know. He got found not guilty, so there it is, right?
Judicial system.
They said it works, right? They said it works.
They said it works.
It works, man. So let's get into it, man. You Pivot podcast doing great. Did you guys, you know, cancel your beef, change your beef? I know you had some beef with was it BM?
B Marshall. Man, we ain't got no beef, bro. I just took his kids fishing about 3 weeks ago.
Good. Because you know, the people who talk about that. I'm glad to hear that, man.
Yeah, man, it ain't nothing like that. It's like that, man. I always refer to like relationships. Like when people ask me, I'm like, is the woman you with now or married to right now the first woman you ever talked to? No, because you met somebody and y'all figured out that it ain't gonna work, and then y'all both moved on and y'all both happy. That's what happened. We started the other podcast, and when business got involved, we was all like, no, I do business different than you do business. So let me go do my business, you do your business. So the world tries to amp it up, man, but I ain't got no beef against that, man. Like I said, his kids called me Uncle Chan, take him fishing, was just with him Easter. We was at the egg hunt with the babies over there in Easter. So I think people love beef. It's like what's going on with J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar right now.
You know I was going to talk to you about that.
People love beef. They love beef.
I want to talk to you about that too, man. Let's do this. Let's play some music. Let's get to some music and come right back because, you know, matter of fact, let's celebrate Mr. C, DMX. We're going to celebrate all that right now. Come back because I want to talk to you about that. We do that?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do that. So we can work Coach PR and friends right now. I got the fam, Shannon Crowder. Let's get it. Emmy nominated Shannon Crowder.
Turn your radio up. Weekend work is now on.
This is how it should be done.
On Shade 45.
Share procedure.
I done took over, baby. I'm
Oh.
taking over, coach. I gotta
Oh.
do it.
I knew it was gonna happen.
Weekend work with Coach PR and friends. I'm so blessed to be here, and I'm excited, man. I'm gonna jump in, but I had to let y'all know, man. The Pivot Podcast, we doing that thing. I got my Crowder powder. I got a seasoning line out, Coach. Crowder
Whoa.
powder.
I saw that, man. I
crowderpowder.com.
saw that. Somebody's chicken they said was looking real and tasting real good.
Bro, I got you. I got a
What
cookbook.
can we get? Is it you got a cookbook too, bro?
Yeah, I got a cookbook on crowderpowder.com. You
Yo,
know,
I had a restaurant, so I appreciate that. I had a
Bro.
restaurant sold in 18. I had it for 8.5 years. So I appreciate, you talking about this, man.
Just pushing it. You know what? I tell you, two people. First off, my wife. Them dudes out here be getting girls that just are riding the train, man. My wife is a driver.
Shout out to all the good wives. Shout out to all the great wives.
All the good wives. And also, man, Snoop Dogg, bringing it back to the music. Bro, Snoop Dogg sat down with him on the Pivot, and afterwards, he was just schooling us. He pulled out cereal. He pulled out ice cream.
He has everything.
And I was like, oh, okay. So I look like, yeah, Jack, you done showed me the way. Okay, watch this. And that's where the season line came from. But crowderpowder.com, bro. Y'all go out there and get some.
Crowder powder.
Yeah, it's delicious. And then the comedy, too. I done jumped into the comedy game.
Come on, bro, man. You like 50, Snoop Dogg, Master P, all mixed up and everything. Are you taking up, or are you just hosting a comedy show? Are you actually doing comedy yourself?
Bro, headlining. I did Miami and Lauderdale. Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
I got you for an hour, bro. Like, I'm going up for an hour. And the same thing, bro, talking to dudes like you, me, like talking to people that you know and not just sitting there being in awe, but like Desi Banks, Chris Spencer, Lil Duval.
Oh my God.
Duval's a big fan of, he's a good friend of mine. We gambled together a couple weeks ago. And they both told me, they said, bro, you like to mess around and joke, but you giving away jokes for free. They were like, if you can't get on stage, why are you funny? And so I did 2 shows already. And then I'm actually going to the draft, Coach, Wednesday the 24th at the Detroit House of Comedy. I got a 7 o'clock show.
The NFL draft? Or the WNBA draft? Or the NFL draft. Because they moved it to June now, right? It used to be like May or something, April, May. It's in June.
What's that? No, it's April. The NFL is April 25th.
Oh, April. Okay.
Yeah,
April.
So it's April 25th, and a couple weeks now, and it's Detroit House of Comedy, Detroit.houseofcomedy.net.
Right.
Go and get your tickets, 7 p.m., 9:30 p.m. And my man Spice Adams, who's from Detroit, the same thing.
Oh no.
Bro, connecting, bro. I swear, bro, I tell people this all the time, Coach. Connecting with people. When I meet somebody, man, I get their phone number and I hit you up. When I come to your city, I'm gonna hit you up.
It's on. It's on.
It's on like that. Let's all eat and all. So
listen, but don't
take
my number. Don't take my number because I know what's next. You're gonna come up and take over my show for real.
Bro, I need to, man. What we need? Weekend work. I already dropped. I dropped it 3 times already, Coach.
It's gonna be. We're really taking it over, man. That's good, man. That's dope. Yeah. So, all right. So they could get to the comedy show the 24th.
Yes.
Get your tickets now for that. Make sure you get your tickets now. The Crowder Powder, where they could get, when can they get the season? Where?
It's right now live. Crowderpowder.com. We got the merch, and I got 8 more seasons releasing over the next 12 months.
Fire. You got everything covered, bro.
But we got to do it.
And I come from, the G Unit family, when 50 first started, and to see what 50 has done, when I see people doing that, like, I appreciate that, bro. Instead of just, I'm just going to stay with this and there's no transition then to the next thing you're going to do in the next phase of your life, right? So when I see 50 and other people doing it, that motivates me because that's what I like to do, Yeah, I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to go get it.
So work is a lost art.
Yes, it is.
2 of them now, work and communication. You communicate for a living. Work and communication are lost arts, and I've capitalized on that ever since I stopped playing ball.
Wow. So speaking of communication, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Drake, there's no communication. But J. Cole communicated the other day at his concert and said to the crowd, let it be known and apologize. That was his way of communicating to, I guess, Kendrick. What'd you think about that?
Hated it. I hated the apology. I love the back and forth because it's a sparring session. It's
Yes.
two dudes. It's what's the thing with Eminem? 8 Mile. Bro,
Yes.
hip hop was based around two dudes
Yes.
going up there and going at it.
Yes.
Let's
Yes.
go at it.
Yeah.
Like that's what it's about. That's what we grew up on. I'm 40 now. I grew up on dudes beating on the table at the lunchroom.
Right. Rapping.
And going at each other. And it's
Bro.
trash talking in sports where I always say, man, I would talk so bad on the field about people's mom and sister and brother and daddy. I didn't know they had a sister, but I'm gonna talk nasty to you just to get to you. And now it's a quick sparring session. I love the back and forth. I love when Kendrick went at him. I love him going back at Kendrick, but I hated the apology.
Right. That was not hip hop. I mean, it can be hip hop, but not for that right there. We needed to see what hip hop is really known for. The battles, going to sparring, like you said, DJs knocking on the table, all that stuff, man. So
it's so many people in this field. Separate yourself. Some dudes can't battle rap. And if you can't battle rap, leave it alone. Write you 16 bars, coach, and be good.
Right.
But if you can battle, go battle.
Perfectly fine. If you can't battle. But don't apologize when you throw shots. Not when you throw shots, baby. I got to get out the car. Let me out the car. He was like Trey and Boys in the Hood. Let me out the car.
Come on, coach. Easter? Come on, coach. Hit him
bro.
up. Come on, coach.
I'm such a big J. Cole fan, so it really hurt me when I saw that. I was like, because I'm always like, nah, J. Cole's 1, Kendrick 2, J. Cole 3. That, Drake 3. Yeah. So when I seen that, I was like, oh. DMX rolling in his grave right now. Can't believe it. Let's get into J. Cole and DMX, some music, and come right back. We got Shannon Crowder, Coach PR, it's Weekend Work. Let's go.
Turn your radio up. Weekend Work is now on.
This is how it should be done.
On Shade 45.
Share procedure.
We back. Weekend Work. Coach PR and friends. I done took over. Coach, why you looking
It's
like
a pivot. It's a pivot takeover, man. Because I just smelled something brewing. Like he's gonna come to New York and be like, push me aside, and it's gonna be the pivot Weekend Work.
I love it, man. I appreciate you letting me. I appreciate it.
Oh, man, anything for a good guy like you, man. I love good people, man. When you feel the energy, we have to meet. You just feel it over like the internet. You can feel it through Zoom. You can feel it of a conversation now. That was a great conversation, Yeah. You just, you can feel that sometimes, man. So anytime you come up, man, appreciate that. We lost another one of your former teammates last week, right?
Yeah, Tay.
Last week. Tay, right? Vontae Davis. Yeah. How was it playing with him? Any good memories playing with him? Miami?
Man, great kid. I was a little older than him, bro. So I was a vet already when he came in. He was one of them energy dudes. But as soon as he walk in the locker room, you smile. You know the people you look at, just like you talking about. Look at him and smile. He was that guy that walk in and smile. Yeah. I took him to Tootsie's for the first time when he came south. That was my ace. Yeah, that was my ace, man. And it did hit me hard, man. I done probably cried about 9-10 times about it, just talking to different players. But you know what it made me do? It made me reach out to a lot of my homeboys, teammates or not, and just reach out. And the real story hadn't came out yet about what really happened. But I wish I'd have talked to him before that happened. So I was just calling dudes and telling them, hey, bro, I appreciate your friendship. I appreciate our friendship, 20 years, 30 years, whatever it is, man. And if you need anything, let me know. And that's a lost art. And one thing I've been doing with my family, that I've been doing with my kids, my sisters, my mom, my dad for years, is every single time I get off the phone, my last thing I say is, I love you, bye.
Yes, yep.
Because if that's the last thing you hear from me, the last time you hear my voice, I want you to hear me say, I love you. And I'm starting to do that with my homeboys. Yeah. And you know how hood dudes be like, bro, what you just say to me?
You gotta say it, make it sound, yo, I love you, my nigga. Right? They won't say nothing. Yo, I love you, man. But when you say, yo, I love you, kid, they're like, huh? What? They're not getting it yet, but we know why.
Coach, you gotta get that deep voice. Love you, nigga.
Right.
We good.
I love you, nigga. I love you, good.
But man. But niggas ain't gone till they gone. So that hit me. But no, man, great dude, great light, great spirit. His brother Vernon, cool with Vernon, just a great family, man, great people. So I was hated to see that. I hated to see that a couple weeks. Which we live 5 minutes from each other. Wow. He passed right down the road from me down here in South Florida.
Wow, man. Condolences to his family, man. You said that you speak to your teammates. There was another well, he played at Florida after you, and I was wondering if you ever got a chance to speak to him because I got close with him, and actually, right before that whole shit happened, I was so tight because we were supposed to do business. Aaron Hernandez, he went to Florida. Did you ever get a chance to speak to Aaron Hernandez, like, before?
I met him. I didn't get a chance, like I'm saying, like with Tay to chill with him, but the Pouncey brothers, Mike and Marquise Pouncey.
Yeah, about Pouncey's. Yeah.
So I left as a sophomore, and all them boys were still there when I left early. So all my homeboys still there. So they said everybody called him Chico. So they said, so they like, bro, Chico, cool. So I hung out with him sometimes, bro. He was just, when I was with him, he was just laid back.
He was just laid back dude. Yeah.
And so when everything came out, I'm calling dudes like, man, is they, they framing this guy, what?
Right.
And they was like, man, Chico, he had a switch.
Yeah.
And he turned it off, turned it on. And so I wasn't around him that much, but only thing I said, and I don't do word of mouth. I do what I sing.
Right.
And I hung out with Chico a couple times. That dude was solid. I actually bought the bottles one time in the section. I was like, man, I appreciate it. I'm saving me some money tonight.
Right. Yeah. He was very solid with me. Yeah. So it's crazy. But I brought that up too, right? Because, the relationship you said, and also the whole thing with the CTE. I saw something about that all football players have helmet trauma. Did you see that? Did you see that report? What the fuck is that?
Bro, listen, I hate it because there's some dudes that's messed up by that stuff. Like Junior Seau, my ex Junior Seau, he committed suicide. And they did. Right. So
he did that to donate his organs, right? He wanted to donate.
And he said, I want y'all to look at my brain because there's something different about me. So that CTE, I'm not saying CTE is not real, but coach, I hate when every time a football player gets in trouble or does something crazy, they say, oh, it hits to the head.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. It's a mid-ground to it. Some dudes be crazy, coach. Some dudes be wild. Some dudes had a bad growing up. They had bad influence around them and they do crazy stuff. So CTE is real. I swear I got all my baseline tests and all, but I wanna be honest about it with people and say, don't blame everything that any ex-football player does on CTE.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that coming from a former player, man.
Yeah.
Emmy nominated former player.
Oh, there we go.
I know. I would call you Mr. Emmy. I gotta let you go, man, because I know you gotta go. See what time it is, right? I appreciate you, man. We gotta do this again, bro. Anytime, bro. Anytime you want this, we could chop it up, bro.
Man, all love, man. I come on, like I said, I co-host. I've been doing this 13, baby. I could do this all day.
My man, I appreciate it, man. Good luck in everything you got going on. Let them know where they can hit you up at.
Yeah, Instagram, Channing Crowder, Twitter, official Crowder, and crowderpowder.com, and come check me out, do my comedy. On socials, you see all my shows coming out, man. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the love.
Let's go, man. Congratulations, man. Thank you, man, very much.
Hit me anytime, bro.
All right, let me
turn your radio up. Weekend Work is now on.
This is how it should be done.
On Shade 45.
Share procedure.